Something like that. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Won't you sing it with me? I'm choosing heaven. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Choosing love. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of love right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. Choosing joy. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of joy right now, singing, I'm choosing joy today. Choosing peace. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of peace right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Heaven. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. My name is Amber Davidson. I am a prayer practitioner here. My pronouns are she, her. We are so glad that you have decided to join us in community tonight. I want to acknowledge that this service is being held on the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Ute, and Cheyenne peoples. We recognize that this land is theirs, and we offer our respect and gratitude for their continuing kinship with this place. Our philosophy, the science of mind, honors the wisdom and teachings found in all faiths, recognizing that each path leads to the same universal truth of oneness, love, and interconnectedness. I will be your prayer partner today, and I will be available after service for one-on-one prayer. Let's say our mission and vision together. Our mission. We are an inclusive community, inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision, to support humanity's spiritual growth, creating a world that works for all. Let's invite our kids up.
God is everything there is, so I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer, and so it is. Here we go. God is everything there is, so I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer, and so it is.
Ah, that's lovely, 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 lovely. This month, our outreach partner is Rocky Mountain Raptor Program, dedicated to rescuing, rehabilitating, and releasing injured birds of prey. This organization also offers environmental education programs to promote wildlife conservation. The New Thought Men's Summit brings together the most respected voices in spiritual masculinity, men's work, and New Thought philosophy. For 10 powerful days, you'll discover practical wisdom that will support you in expressing more of your divine masculinity. This is a free event. We're excited to invite anyone who is newer to our community, or anyone who's curious about taking a deeper step with us, to our next CSL NOCO 101. It's a class on Sunday, November 16th. This is a wonderful session where you'll learn more about our center and about our core teachings. And if you decide to become a member, you will be honored in a beautiful ceremony with Reverend Leah. Colorado Gives Day, I'd like to invite Analia Weber up to the stage to talk about our wonderful participation.
Hello, everybody. My name is Analia Weber, and I might know some of you, but if you don't, it's nice to meet you. Me and my family have been coming here since the summer, and we're just so grateful of the joy and kindness and love that we have received so far. So, as many of you might know, we are moving in the new year, and that doesn't come for free. It does have costs involved. So this year, we have joined Colorado Gives Day for that purpose. We're trying to raise $3,000 to help cover our move and help cover signage, printing, and things like that we will need. And just so you all know, CSL NOCO is 100% supported by donors like you. That's how we're still here, and that's how we're going to continue to grow. So there's different ways you can give. You can always scan the QR code, go to coloradogivesday.org and look for CSL NOCO. You will receive newsletters just about Colorado Gives Day, so open those up and it'll direct you straight to the link. You can give through that webpage. You can always give cash, send a check. You can always give through your IRA. You can always give through your donor advice fund. If you have questions, you can always ask me, and I can kind of help you direct that way. So we hope you can join us in helping us grow and move forward into the new space.
Thank you. We are very grateful for your giving, and we are very grateful for Analia for bringing her wisdom and background as a fundraiser in support and service to us. So thank you. So for these and all other great information, please be sure to sign up for our weekly e-newsletter. It's the best way to stay up to date with all the fabulous things that we're doing. Subscribe today at cslnoco.org, and you can hit the QR code and go right there. So now I'd like to ask you to close your eyes if you're willing. And just take a nice deep breath and release. And then on the next inhalation, just say the words to yourself, I am thankful for all that I have. I am thankful for all that I have. And as you breathe out, you can repeat, I am thankful for all that I have. And just continue breathing in and out. And please join me in an opening prayer. As we come together in this wonderful time to be a community, we come together to recognize the divine, to understand the divine, to take this moment to connect, to bring the blessings that divine gives us, to focus on all the good that comes into our life, all the good that is possible, all the good in the world. We focus on that good we understand that that good is for everyone. We are all interconnected, and we are all part of Spirit. Spirit moves through us and as us, and all of those gifts are ours. And I give gratitude for this because I know that these gifts show up for all of us. Gratitude is the energy that we have around all the gifts that pour into our lives. And we just sit in that energy of gratitude and thankfulness to welcome in all of those gifts and blessings. And in that energy of thankfulness, I'm thankful for the law, for the way the world works, for knowing that by simply stating these words, it is already so. And I release these words, knowing that it is not ours to do. It is already done in Spirit. It is already done in the divine. It is already so. And to affirm that, we say, and so it is. I've got a roof over my head. I've got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't be depressed when I remember how I'm blessed. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. In a city of strangers, I've got a family of friends. No matter what rocks or brambles fill the way, I know that they will stay until the end. I feel a hand holding my hand. It's not a hand you can see. But as I move through a life that's grand, this hand will carry me through delight and despair. All around me, always there. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. It's not that I don't want a lot, or hope for more, or dream of more, but giving thanks for what I've got can mourn or we can sing. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. Truly blessed and duly grateful. Yes, folks, it's the Amber Show. And here I am over here again, finding out where I am. Here we are. Okay, I got one of these things to do. There. We are honored to have Reverend Chris Lahiff. He has served as spiritual director of CSL Cape Coral and as a licensed practitioner in Ohio, Connecticut, and Florida. He remains steadfast in his belief that we are all one and love is all that matters. Please help me welcome Reverend Chris Lahiff.
Well, hello, everybody. It's great to see some faces. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Got to quickly mention the Broncos and another last second win. It's crazy. But okay, so I want to start today by describing a scenario. It's in the morning, your alarm goes off, and already you're telling yourself you didn't get enough sleep. You snooze. Eventually, at some point, you get up and you drag yourself to the shower or the kitchen or wherever. You grab something to eat. You go out to the car. You got to go to work or you got to go to whatever your day entails. You get in, you start driving, it's 20, 30, 40 minutes, however long, and I hate this drive. You get to where you're going, walk in to your place of work or whatever, and right away you got customers or you're opening emails and you're already looking forward to I cannot wait till I get to go home. And then you get to that point of the day, you get in your car, again, I've got to drive all the way back. And you do, you walk in the house, maybe you pour yourself a whiskey on the rocks because it was a hard day, you deserve it, I just got to forget it. And then you grab something out of the fridge and you plop yourself down on the couch or in bed, you turn on Netflix to just kind of drift off and get up the next day and do it all over again. And then we start thinking about, I can't wait until Friday. We're already wishing away the whole chunk of our life, not, just getting to Friday. And then thinking, thank goodness it's the weekend, and here's my to-do list. And maybe you get about half of it done. And if you're lucky, maybe something squeezed in there that you really enjoy to get up Monday, snooze the alarm, and do it again. Basically wishing away a large chunk of life. Now, I know deep in my soul that that's not what life is meant to be, but it's easy to get sucked back into that. So the things that convince me that that's not what it's meant to be is just the beauty that's in the world. Beauty in the tiny moments, beauty in the more joyous moments. I call this the disdain for the mundane. And it's like a poison that gets within us. But there is several antidotes, and one of the best antidotes is the practice of gratitude. So here at CSL NOCO all month, I love it. This is such a great opportunity and gift to all of us that each week we get to explore this topic, get some practices. And so what I want to talk about is the practice of gratitude. I like to do my practices of gratitude primarily at night, at the end of the day, so that it's the last thing I think about before I drift off for however many hours. I really like 9 hours if I can get it. I don't, because I always stay up too late, but I'm working on it. I will. I'm not programming myself. But practicing it at the end of the night and going to sleep with that presence. But one of the gifts of doing that, if we do that a few nights in a row, maybe it takes a few weeks, a few months of continual practice, at some point, a wonderful gift happens. We've been programming our mind every night that we like to appreciate things from the day. And we think back about the things in the day like, okay, I'm going to have my 3 things, which I'll describe at the end of the talk. But my 3 things. We're programming our subconscious mind and utilizing the reticular activating system. Look that one up if you aren't familiar with it, but it's a wonderful mechanism of the brain, of the mind. So then, in the days that come, at some point this anchors in, and you'll be going through your days. Or I know I've noticed this for myself. I'll be going through the days, and then all of a sudden, my mind's like, ooh, this thing right now is pretty awesome. This is worthy of being on your list at the end of the day. Pay attention. And that's where the title of the talk comes in. Gratitude leads to mindfulness. A lot of people hear this idea of mindfulness and they think it's meditation, it's clearing your mind. But for me, John Kabat-Zinn, who I believe coined the term, I don't know. But anyway, it's the opposite. It's taking in everything that's happening, being fully present in the moment, engaging your 5 or 6 senses. So when you notice that thing that says, hey, this is something to appreciate, then we can pause for a second. All of a sudden now you're using a deeper part of your mind, a deeper part of your soul, connecting to the magic that's all around us, that we miss sometimes in that disdain for the mundane. So then in those moments, like, oh, I can appreciate it and really absorb it. How do I feel right now? Without judgment, without labeling, just an awareness of this present moment. And life begins to feel more rich, more joyous. And then, as we continue in this practice, the gifts just keep on giving. And so, the little things in the world that make me convinced that we are not meant to just try our best to get through this, looking for some future reward after my body is laid to rest in the ground. What convinces me is the diversity of animals, the diversity of insects, the diversity of views. I live in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, and from my door to my parents' door in Cheyenne, Wyoming, it's about 2 hours. And I make that drive occasionally. And when I'm caught up in the mundane, the disdain for the mundane, it's a long drive. But when I'm remembering, I just look out my window, look to the west, and I see foothills and mountains and snow-capped peaks. I look out to the east, and I'll see patches of green still in October, and recognize like that is Mother Earth giving me oxygen to breathe. Like there is always something that can just bring me back into that presence that we feel within us, that tells us there is so much more. And by doing that, we continue to shift. We shift our vibration. We shift our mood. And when we do that, we show up differently in the world. We give other people permission to appreciate the beauty that's around us, even in those challenging times. Because it's the richness of life. I'm going to share a quote from Ernest Holmes. This comes from what we refer to as the textbook. It's titled The Science of Mind. And he says, "In everything, give thanks. An attitude of gratitude is most salutary and bespeaks the realization that we are now in heaven." That might be hard to believe sometimes, because we see stuff in the world like, how can that be heaven? But he says, in everything, give thanks. We are now in heaven. But we miss it when we put on labels, when we put on judgments. So with the gift of the gratitude practice and the mindfulness, when we start to just appreciate without the judgments, without the labels, everything that we're doing, we start to tap into that idea that we are in heaven. And so think about it, like in heaven, if we talk about heaven and we say it is infinite, existence is eternal. By definition, that means there is no beginning, there is no end. We are already in it. Logically, we are in the infinite and the eternal right now. But we have this amazing experience. I often quote this one from Albert Einstein that says, the illusion, or the universe is an illusion, albeit an incredibly persistent one. But the richness, like the things that bring me joy in the world, the diversity of people and ideas, the things that give us the opportunity to experience wonder and awe, they're all around us. And anything, when you get turned on and you like something, you start going down the rabbit hole and learning more and more. You tap into that and you see it and you feel it. And part of that richness is all the challenges that we see in the world. The heartache, the sorrow. We have a broad spectrum of emotions that we can experience, from absolute despair to the utmost joy and revelation, and everything in between. And quite often, everything, various experiences all at the same time. We can be deep in our time of grief and still have moments of laughter and love and touching the beauty within ourselves. It's complex. It is the richness that we are here to experience as human beings. It's like we're taking a little break from our existence of the infinite, of knowing that we are the infinite, of experiencing ourselves as separate from it, so that we can learn to appreciate it. So that gratitude, leading to the mindfulness. So then, that practice that develops our mind and creates the habit of noticing things in real time, we start to apply it to those moments where the mundane is downright annoying. When we're driving in that 40-minute drive to work, we get to the red light, there's so many cars in front of us. The car in front of me doesn't start soon enough, so we don't even make it through. We sat through one red light, and now we got to sit another couple of minutes because we didn't even get through that green light. But instead, we're like, oh, I forget. It's a richness of experience. This is an opportunity. And then we see that wildflower growing through the crack on the sidewalk. Or we see a smile of somebody standing at the bus stop that you can just tell they're just enjoying the sun on their face. The little things are all around us to remind us that even now in this moment, I'm experiencing the richness of being. We are meant for so much more. We are meant to experience so much more. And man, life can be challenging because no matter how much work we do, the practice of gratitude, it's not like there's an end destination. I've taken all my classes to become a practitioner, taken all my ministerial practices. I heard Reverend Leah last week talking about the 12 internships and the paper after paper after paper after workshop after workshop after creating workshops. You think like there's an end destination and now I'm just going to live in a state of gratitude. But that's not how it works. It's a process. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And that's the joy, is that we get to forget from time to time and then get the joy of remembering again. So we go easy on ourselves. I love delivering messages like this because for the last couple weeks, I've been entrenched in it. It's just like my reminder, like maybe I was getting a little off track again and that step backwards, because life's challenging. It's been challenging for me in the last several months. I've had moments where I've just been like, is this it? What am I doing? I'm not doing this right. And then something will surprise me. Maybe a family member will bring joy to my face, bring joy to my life. Something reminds me, like, oh, you dummy, you forgot it again. Get back in there. And so that's why this month here in gratitude, when we get to step back into the calm of winter on its way, reflection, that gratitude can just open us up to appreciate this new season that's coming upon us. So the practice that I'd like to describe today to experience more gratitude in our lives, I was happy when I came up with this. And who knows, like, I know when I deliver talks, a lot of the things I say, they're not mine. They're just things I picked up from other people. But I want to claim this one. It's the Trinity of gratitude. Mind, body, soul. So for this next month, or for this next week, if it feels appropriate to you, I invite you to try this out. At the end of the day, we're going to think of three things. First thing, we're going to think of mind. So reflect back over your day and say, what is something I learned today? Maybe it's a new fact that's just interesting. Maybe it's something that I remembered that I've been working on. So maybe it's that coworker at work that you're like oil to their water, and they said something and you were ready to give it right back, but something whispered in your mind and said, be peace right now. And you caught yourself. And you shifted your energy for the rest of the day. Maybe that's what you think of for mind. Like, I developed and remembered something I'm working on. Wow, this stuff really works. And then we move on to body. So body, as Ernest Holmes would talk about, is the world of effect. People, places, things. So it can be like that car that needs work, but by God, it gets me where I'm going, and I am grateful for that. Or maybe it's your own body. This body heals itself. This body feels good right now. Maybe it's the body of the diversity of the vistas, the mountains with the snow caps, the ocean, the streams, maybe the rolling prairies. It can be anything that's tangible, like, And then moving on to soul. Having gratitude for something that when you feel it, when you experience it, it reminds you that we are part of something bigger. It is within us. We are it. It's all around us. So just something that inspires you. I have a list in my phone of my notes, and it's YouTube feel-good videos. And when I, come across something, I'm just like, oh, that's beautiful. When I see it, I copy the link and I save it. And then in the moments when I'm finding struggles and challenges, and I remember that there's ways to work through it, I open it up. And most of them are shorts. They're like less than a minute. But when we see it, it reminds us that we are the infinite. We are the divine. Just a second. My throat's getting dry. When we see those things, one of my favorite things that I learned from Wayne Dyer, who was one of my favorite teachers, is that when we do a good deed for somebody else, our body releases chemicals, those feel-good endorphins. And it's healing. It fights the free radicals in our body. But what's really cool is the person that we do the good deed for, their body also floods with those, serotonin, and I'm losing track of all the names right now, but you know what I'm talking about, those feel-good chemicals. But the really cool thing that makes this even more expansive and shows how we're all connected is I don't even have to be either of those two people. I can just see it. I can watch it on a YouTube video, and my brain releases those same things. So mind, body, soul of gratitude, opening up into that every day, and then we expand experience, and then we can find those blessings of that diversity of our experience, from challenges to ease, joy, despair. All of it is that richness. And that, to me, is what keeps me going on in this world through the hard times and the good, and we celebrate it all. As Ernest Holmes said, in everything, give thanks. So with that, I invite you just to take a breath, feel the space around us. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, and just picture the people that are sitting around. We're here in community of people that are seeking a deeper experience, that we connect with one another, that is the infinite, whatever you call it, spirit communing with itself. When we pull back far enough, there is only one thing in this universe, and it is the thing itself. Infinite, eternal, always was, ever will be, and we are that. So when we bring our attention to that feeling within, when we bring our awareness of the divine, we open ourselves up to that flood of those feel-good emotions. We open up to a knowing that my neighbor is part of me, that my family, my friends, my spiritual community members, the animals, the creatures, the plants, the trees, all of it, we are all breathing that same life, that same presence, that same life force. And when we invite it to become more aware, when we invite it to be more of our everyday experience, we recognize everything as a gift. And this fleeting thing that we call life on earth, in this physical body, the richness expands by our intention and our awareness of it, and what a blessing that is. So I just affirm and avow that throughout the days, I notice those things to be grateful for. And when I lay my head to rest at night, I recall them and I feel the emotions, the sights, the sounds, the hearing, the taste, the touch, the feeling in my heart, to bathe my soul, to lay me to rest, to wake up feeling refreshed, to wake up eager and excited to greet that day, knowing that Spirit is all around us. So with these words, I affirm and avow that Spirit is us, as us, carries us, and reminds us of who we really are, enables us to be that for someone who has forgotten, to recognize when we help one, we help everybody. When we remember our own love, we strengthen and imbue our experience with it. So knowing that is so, with a heart of gratitude for this month, for this remembrance, I breathe it in, settle it in my bones, and then I let these words go, knowing that as I do, it is already done in the mind of Spirit. And we can affirm that together by saying, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ken.
So this simple song, Eddie Watkins Jr. wrote this. Real simple lyrics. I hope you'll sing it with me. Thank you, God, for everything. 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 Sing it out. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank after me. Say, thank you. 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 Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Me again. And now I have to find myself again. We are there. All right, as we move into our offering, let's take a moment to feel gratitude for the blessings in our lives and for the spiritual nourishment we have received here today. And the mind, body, soul, 3 things to be grateful for each night. I love that. We give from a place of gratitude, knowing that God is the source of all good. On the screen, you will see ways to give online, by text, by mail, and if you scan the QR code, it will take you directly to our giving page. Thank you for your generosity and for helping us embody a world that works for all. Please place your gift over your heart, or if you are one of our sustaining givers, put your hands over your heart and join me in saying our offertory affirmation together. Abundance continually fills my life. Spirit provides all I need, and joyfully receive it.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Oh, the love of God was at hand. Now I can say you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. Just gotta let it go, let it all go, and this is what you have to say. Oh, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit of my life and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. Come on. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. Yes, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love.
Thank you, Matt. Oh, in gratitude, I receive these gifts on behalf of CSL NOCO, the community that everyone that gives supports. Knowing that this expands and allows our mission to continue. Thank you. Thank you. If you're here for the first time, either in person or online, welcome to our spiritual family. We are glad that you decided to join us tonight. Know that you matter, and we are here to support you. After service, me again, I will be available for prayer on this side of the room. We also have a prayer request box at the back of the room if you would prefer to write your prayer request. And you can, and you can go online to cslnoco.org and submit a prayer request there. Thank you all for being here today. Are we in the same place? Yes. It's always a joy to come together in community and to be with you all. It's wonderful. A heartfelt thanks to everyone who makes this service possible, all of the people that work together to provide this for all of our community. After service, join us as we enjoy a meal together at a local restaurant. All are welcome. Please meet at the welcome table out in the lobby if you are interested in going. Now please stand if you are willing and able for our benediction and closing song, placing your hands over your heart, and let's say our benediction together. We be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing for all beings. Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is.
For years I would talk about how I wanted to change the world, but I always left it up for someone else to do. And then I finally realized that I needed to take a stand, that by changing my thinking, I could change my life. That's how I could change the world. Oh, let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world right now. Lovely, lovely.